Greetings and welcome. How are we all feeling at the moment? Today's topic is on how present is your past. And now this is a concept to think about because we go through life not always realizing what's going on in our minds, in our emotions, our thoughts, and we don't realize how often we relate to the past and how often we compare current events to past events. And it also has to deal with how we deal with trauma, because if trauma is not dealt with, it causes issues in your present moment, which can then lead on to issues with the same problem in your future. So it's very important to understand that your past must remain back there, no longer exists, and your present is now what you focus on. Your past is just an older version of you, and you need to know that who you make yourself today, you create yourself for the future. And it's important to realize that we only exist in the now. We don't exist yesterday, we don't exist tomorrow, we don't exist 4 years ago, we don't exist 2 weeks later, we exist now. And that is where experience is built up. That's where we learn, we understand from what's going on for us right now, in the now, right here. Because that's the only way that we can deal with emotions and thoughts, is through doing what we can in the moment where we exist to heal. And the past, a lot of people relate very badly to their past. It can be very traumatizing. A lot of people cringe. A lot of people wish that they could erase their memories. And because a lot of people struggle to deal with the past, and they can't let it go, and they can't let it go, and they can't process, and they don't want to, then you're gonna become depressed. Because the more you live in the past, the more depressed you will become. Because depression is only there in the past. Depression doesn't come from the future. Depression doesn't come from now. Depression comes from what happened and how you still relate to that now. And remember, emotional associations with the past can limit you in your present. If you're still sad about what happened, if you're still angry, still upset, still holding a grudge, those emotional associations that you relate from the past to now can cause issues in your existence and in your experiences and in your circumstances. So whatever emotional associations that you've had with the past that you now comparing with in your present is going to limit you, and that's going to make future prospects a little bit more blurry and a little bit more uncertain. And then my question to you is, are you living in pain? Are you living in the part of yourself that doesn't exist anymore? Are you enveloping yourself in the pain that happened long ago or yesterday? Because it doesn't exist anymore. And if you are living in your past, you will always be depressed. You'll never see good prospects. You won't be motivated. You won't be future focused. You won't be able to apply problem solving. So stop living in the self that doesn't exist anymore. the desire to change your future, whether you decide to change your future by changing things in the present and actually making a vision. And if you do that, your desire to change for the future, whether you decide to or not, can break or shape you. Because the past can break or shape you. Do we learn things? Or do we stay in the hurt? Do we hold on to the pain? Do we grow up and out of the past person that we were? Or are we going to keep on being that same hurt, angry person for the rest of our lives? It's about growing and maturing past the beliefs and past the limitations that you set for yourself. And the present is where the difference manifests. The present is where you have the opportunity to change, to recreate, to heal, to form new bonds, new relationships, and the present is an opportunity for the future and an opportunity to heal the past as well. Because the present is what separates the past and the future. And what you do now will affect your emotional associations with your past and the prospects of your future. Remember, if your past is present, you are living in your past, you are holding on to emotions, you don't let anything go, you hold a grudge, you're still upset, you're still angry, you still think about it every day, you will struggle in your future. You can't expect more in the future than you've had in the past if you just continue the same behavior, the same way of doing things, the same unhelpful beliefs, the same limiting thoughts. You will struggle to create success in your future. And success isn't on a large scale. Success is like achieving a goal, setting a standard for yourself and meeting it. And you will struggle in your future if you cannot let go of what happened, because then you're just carrying all that old junk from the past into a brand new chapter of your life. And I mean, aren't you getting sick of those same characters, the same storyline? Just change it a bit. And we cannot, as I said, and I really want to emphasize this, we cannot expect more in the future than we've had in the past if we do not heal now and make a difference in our present now. If we don't do these things, then we're going to become complacent and we're going to become stuck in the past, and we're not going to be able to move forward and grow up and out of our limiting beliefs that are created from the past. We're not going to be able to move on from our depression. So you see, it's very important that you focus on your now first and foremost. And repressing the past can lead to mental distress and mental clutter, because things build up and things just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you just become more overwhelmed, more overstimulated. Everything feels like a catastrophe. Your mind is running 1,000,000 miles a minute, and it's just difficult to sort of control. Remember, forgiveness and becoming aware of your past. Remember, you're going to have to be able to process it, to understand what happened, and to be able to say, I can heal from this, because that's important. Because we need to become aware of our pasts, and we need to also accept our vulnerability, because our vulnerability is what allows us to heal from the past, so we can create new experience, develop new prospects for the future. And all in all, the past is just gonna weigh you down, and it's just gonna make life so much more unpleasant. Letting go of the past is for your own mental sanity. So remember, you are unique and valuable. Take care of that stunning person. Stay strong wherever you're from. You are worthy.